You should already have the background done. You should already have your background inked and colored, everything colored above the fold line, just like we talked about on page 1, 2, and 3. Of course, your paragraph on knighthood is going to be written here, and then we are going to be working, or I want to demonstrate on how to do the jousting, the slide on the jousting. What you are going to need is your background. This right here is a piece of paper that I'm going to give you as well. It has Knight A, Knight B. It has the pull tab, and then it has a rectangle that is dark or has color in it, and then it has two that are that don't have any filling in it whatsoever. You're going to need all these pieces to make everything work properly. You're also going to need some regular tape right here, and then you're also going to need some double-sided tape, a glue stick, and then of course a pair of scissors. Ultimately, this is what it's going to look like right here. Let me get this out. I have everything cut out to save time, but this is ultimately what it's going to look like when you open it up. The knight's going to pop up. You have the background, and then we are going to have this pull tab, and it's going to joust back and forth. So of course all yours is going to be color, but I'm not going to waste my time doing it for the third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, however many times that I've done it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on it. This right here is my paper, and I think I just lost my glue stick. This is my paper. What we're going to do is we're going to take an X-Acto knife, and then we're going to cut out these rectangles. I just felt it was better to do that. They are cheap X-Acto knives, so I want you to make sure that you tighten the blade first, so you just kind of twist it to the right, righty-tighty is how it is done. Then you're going to take the cap off, and then you are going to just use the blade to cut along the lines, just like you would do with a pair of scissors, but I just want to make it a little easier, and I want you to be as accurate as possible, because of course, just like we say with everything else, the more detail you put into this and the more accurate you are, the better your project's going to come out. So with that, there's that one. It looks like it is done. And then that wasn't right along the lines. Mr. Trevitt blew it on this one, but that's okay. Got that one. Excuse me. Pull that out. And this one here is a little bit. And that's all you're going to need your X-Acto knife. So go ahead and put the cover back on, put it down. And once we have this done, now we are ready to go. So as you can see, the two rectangles are cut out. And now we're going to take this right here, and we are going to put it through this way. And then we're going to just thread it through and make sure that this comes through. And you want to make sure that you thread it in there as good as you can, just like that right there. And now we're going to take Knight A here that we have cut out, and we are going to glue that to this glue tab. The best thing to do is to put the glue on the glue tab, and I'm going to glue to right about there, because you don't want it on the back of the knight, because then it may stick to other parts of the page. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to just put a little bit of glue there, and again, making sure that it's not touching any of the other parts. Of course, because you guys do such a wonderful job, you're going to put the glue back on the glue cap, or the glue cap right back on the glue, and then you're going to go ahead and put your knight on, and you're going to press down to make sure that it dries, and hopefully doesn't dry to the rest of the page. And now we have that, and as you can see, he slides quite a bit. We're going to try to make it so he doesn't slide back and forth or up and down that way. We want it just to kind of go straight like this right here. So that's what these rectangles are right here. And so with the rest of it, we are gonna flip the rest over, and then we are gonna work with the rest of the side. And with this, I wanna make sure that the knight is about where we want it to be. And now we're gonna take the two rectangles that are similar and they don't have any color inside. We are gonna use both the double-sided tape and the regular tape for this. And you wanna make sure that you cut really, really, really small pieces of tape. So we're gonna go to right here and we are gonna cut, I probably can't even rip off a piece of tape small enough, so I'm gonna use my scissors and cut a little more. And this is the double-sided first, and I am gonna put it on there, and then I'm gonna slide it in here, and I wanna get that anchor basically right against the rectangle that I cut, and I wanna fold my extra parts over. Come on, baby. Right there. And then I'm going to take a small piece of regular tape. And again, not too wide because you don't want it touching any other parts of the back of the book. And I'm going to anchor it down there. Then I'm going to do the same with the other rectangle, but I'm going to put it over closer to the other tab. So we're going to do the same exact thing. Two-sided tape right here. Looks like I'm going to have to cut that one down a little bit more. Put that on there. I'm gonna need to, put it on the wrong way. Slide it down. Press down so it's the other side gets that one. I'm gonna move it over, and I crossed it over that way. And now I'm gonna take that side. And I'm going to take that one and fold it over that way. And now I'm going to take regular tape, real thin, and I'm going to tape those two right there, making sure that it's not touching anything else. And now if I pull this over, we probably do not have no up and down sliding. But it still goes back and forth, and that's what we want, but it goes too far back, so we need to do a stopper. We want to stop it right about there. With that, I'm going to use this one right here. So before I do that, this is where I want to stop it. I'm going to put a little dot. I'm going to push it forward a little bit, and then I'm going to take this one here, put it right on where I put that dot. And now I'm going to take a regular piece of tape and I'm going to tape it to the slider. And now it should stop it, so hopefully it doesn't rip. Bring it this way. And come on back this way, and it slides back and forth, and it doesn't move up and down too much, okay? So that's how you're doing it. You got two of the rectangles that go pretty close to the edge of the cutouts, and then you have the one that has the darker, that's the stopper, okay? Hopefully this helps and you guys will be able to do it. If not,